Gary, obviously looked more competitive at the second half. How do you sort of assess the game as a whole?
Yeah, we struggled to get to grips with how they started a little bit. Reasons for that. So yeah, the start kills us really difficult in that from that point to wrestle your way back into it. But the boys gave it a good go. I thought to be 2-0 down at Stamford Bridge with Chelsea moving the ball the way they were. It's very, very easy for it to get to 3, 4, 5. And I thought from half time we looked more likely to score than they did. Of course, they have a few counter attacks where they're dangerous. They've got top players, of course. So, but yeah, so there's reasons for why it didn't look as good as it should have, and then lots of positives as well from the second half, and probably longer than the second half really. The end of the first half as well. So. Boys stuck to it, and yeah, we were competitive again for a large part.
In terms of the reasons why, is that just sort of individual little things you saw during the first half there? Chelsea are difficult to predict, of course. So Graham hasn't been here long, and they've used a lot of different structures. So difficult to nail where they're going to be and what they're going to do initially. And we lost Chris Mepham late today to an illness. And he'd have started the game, so we had to jiggle a few things around from where we were. But yeah, no excuses, only reasons. So I'm sure everybody loses players late to illnesses and things. So no excuses. But yeah, obviously we know the reasons, and there's stuff that we can improve as well within that. But yeah, then for the boys, as I said, to produce the performance they did, to cause a top team some problems was. It was a big effort from them. It's not quite as simple as just sort of the obvious thing looking from the outside is going to that back three. When you look back there, is there any regrets about doing that from how you sort of was losing that was a big part in why it perhaps didn't look like people wanted it to?
Yeah, there are a few reasons why it looked the way it did. Obviously need to analyse it clearly. But yeah, Chelsea, the way Chelsea play was one of them. And losing Mepham did make us change some bits around, but still, it's our job to make sure we're competitive and make sure the boys are ready to go. So took us a little while to get them there, but we got there too late. But as I say, positives. Lloyd Kelly got through 90 minutes as well. Jefferson Lerma back in. So yeah, we're going to need our big important players available, and if we perform like we did for the last, second half especially, will cause teams problems.
How much of a miss was Marcus Tavernier played every Premier League game until today?
Yeah, he's a big loss. I mean, he's been crucial to what we've done so far. So he's a big loss to us. But we've got a squad of players that are, as you've seen in the second half, there can go and give Chelsea a tough 45 minutes. So we look at that. We make sure we look like that again on New Year's Eve against Crystal Palace. And Chelsea's a tough place to come. I don't think anyone probably expected us to come here and get anything. So you need everything to go right for you to do so. A few things didn't, and then we managed to weather a bit of a storm and come out of it very, very strong. Put Chelsea under a little bit of pressure.
Just on Marcus, what's the issue with him and how sort of far away until he might be back from goals again? Is there an injury up to?
Yeah, so he's got a hamstring injury. He's been out a couple of weeks already. We're not sure how much longer really. Just monitoring it sort of daily. Catch up with the doc and the physios, see how he's progressing. Hopeful to get him back as soon as possible.
And just last for me, two players you might have expected to be doing stands out, and Brian Fredericks, is that illness still with them as well?
No, so Junior's got a slight issue injury-wise, and Ryan Fredericks also picked something up. Hopefully they're not too far away.
Gary, does the change of ownership affect you and your daily work? And given that, do you expect things to kind of settle down a bit more now with the ownership change of ownership gone through?
It hasn't changed my daily work really. I think, of course, it's an exciting time for the club. Long term, there's things being put in place that are going to move the club forward. Still the same thing for me. Short term, need to make sure that the results are good. So disappointed that we don't take anything from today.
but also saw enough in the lads, as I knew already, really. But when you're 2-0 down at Stamford Bridge and you look at them and you think, oh, it's a tough hour coming up, lads. What have we got? I thought they showed, real positive signs that will be enough to cause team problems.
Just one from me on the left side of the defence looked quite vulnerable. What do you put that down to? Obviously, Kelly returned from injury, and any game back in this division is going to be tough. But what exactly do you put that down to? Is it one reason, a combination of things?
I think the way Chelsea played, Raheem Sterling down that side, Havertz as well. They've got good players. I think I thought individual performances were good in general. I think the start was due to other things, but I didn't think we were overly. Second half, obviously there's a counter attack. Jay-Z, we're attacking at that point, so Lloyd Kelly's left one-on-one in big spaces with top players. Occasionally it's the nature of being 2-0 down and still trying to get back in it, but I'm not concerned about the left side of our defence. We'll be fine.